Welcome to PartialArc.com. Don't do that.
Previously, on Friday Night Quests, our heroes are on a mission to save Matet from a coup attempt and a horrible storm. But on their way, they must pay a visit to Lady Thorn, who, by the way, fucks.
Let me ask, out of character, do I see like a blacksmith on the way?
A blacksmith would be further deeper into the city, not south, but other direction.
All right, then forget it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I would also want to go to a potential
any
shop.
of those would be in the common quarter, which is the base level of the city. You guys are in the culture ward, and you're going to go south or north up to the noble quarter, which is both where the the Bay House is on this level.
Since we're in the noble quarter,
You're not yet. You're in the common quarter.
Okay.
Or you're in the culture ward.
If we go up to through the culture ward and up to the noble area, would there be any like specialty, like expensive magical item places?
Like a potionarium?
Yeah, because like I assume
Apothecary? An alchemist?
Like, only the rich could really afford like really special items. I can't imagine they would do very well in the common quarter.
No.
That would be an investigation check to ask around and find out what sort of options are available.
We can ask Valinda.
Shopping martyrs!
Ooh, yeah, let's ask Valinda when we go. She would know all the best spots.
She might actually have something.
I'm wearing my regular, adventuring gear.
Do you happen to be a famous thief that I can bribe into
wait.
giving us magical items?
Has she seen you in this form? You've been Winter the entire time.
Yes,
right?
but
Okay.
I think I look like myself. I'm just a different color. Like, it was me when I changed to blue the first time.
I know, she's just gonna have a great reaction.
Oh, yes, this is something that most people do not do.
Correct.
Yeah.
I forget that.
I think I only own my travel robes.
Well, they've been giving us, fancy clothes and stuff.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I know how Eladrins work, right?
I think at this point you've gathered that much.
Oh, okay.
Because my fancy clothes got fucked up last night.
Yes.
Already.
Yeah, in that fight, pretty
Yeah.
badly.
Yeah. So I'm in my regular travel robes.
Yeah, and I've got, my hair styled as I usually do. I've re-druid crafted everything.
Jerked off some flowers.
Yeah.
All right, you guys heading up to the noble quarter to talk to Valinda first?
Mm-hmm.
All right, as you guys are walking through, you notice that the doors of Ernest Devereaux's house are open, and people are, like soldiers are walking in and out, not soldiers, but guards, town guard, Dunhouse members are standing around, either coming and going. They've got some boxes of just his stuff.
Oh boy.
That was
Active investigation.
probably because of us, yes?
There's a yellow
yes,
rope
definitely.
around it.
I'm pretty sure they're probably recovering old items that he stole for other people.
Not our gifts, though.
I hope that they are returned safely to their owners.
But not that bust.
Not our gifts.
That bust is ours.
Oh, where
That's
is the
ours.
bust?
It's in my room.
Okay.
And you go to Valinda's house, and
Knock on the door.
someone opens the door and ushers you in. It is not Valinda, but you are brought into a study, just a small library area. And she goes, "Oh, hello,
Hello.
hello,
Anna,
hi."
It's me, Ivy. We've met.
Yeah, but I remember, but you've changed. She's changed. You've changed.
Yes, I'm golden. It happens. It is fine.
In my eyes, certainly, but literally, you are golden.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
you know she's an
cool.
Eladrin, right?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
It is this, and I gesture towards myself.
She does this from time to time.
It's a color-changing elf.
Huh. Oh, all right. Well,
You wanted to talk to us? You wanted to speak?
yes, I did. I know that you four are travelers and adventurers, and you're a group of, comrades out for adventure.
Sure,
and
get on.
taking down missions and
Yeah,
things like
we
that.
do that. Yeah.
And I have a proposal. I have a contact in New Cirrhosis.
Cirrhosis?
New Cirrhosis. History checks.
Gazoon height.
Is it New Cirrhosis?
Yep.
Oh.
Insta-
A city named after an
I
alcoholism.
know. That's it is.
fine.
I was like, okay,
It's
we're
fine.
good. You know what cirrhosis is, right?
Nope. I know what psoriasis is.
Cirrhosis is like a disease you get when you're an alcoholic.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
In the liver.
In
Well,
the
I
liver.
You can get cirrhosis of the liver by not being an alcoholic.
Oh,
too.
I
You
thought
could-
it was just from alcohol.
It tends to be, but
Oh, okay.
it's just like when your liver's going.
It's V-bad.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I got a 6.
Do I even bother rolling?
Nope.
That's what I thought.
20.
Nice.
I have a -2 on history, so 9.
All right. Quattro, you've heard of New Cirrhosis. It is a dragonborn city.
Ooh.
It is where a lot of innovations, magical innovations happen.
How do you spell this version of cirrhosis?
Sorosis.
Are the dragonborn accepted in society as active normal citizens?
Well,
yeah,
it's
this is a city specifically that they founded. I'll say with the 20, you know that there are also some dragonborn further south in a dwarven nation that are no longer free.
Hi, real quick. Do I know what dragons are?
I don't know. Do you?
Okay, can I roll?
Sure. What did you learn? What were you told?
Let's see. I don't know if it'd be history. I don't know. What would I...
Yeah, history.
Okay, 14.
You've heard of dragons, yeah. You
I've
know
heard
you know
of
what a dragon
dragons.
is. I don't know that you know what a dragonborn is.
Yeah, I don't think... I don't know what dragonborn is.
Yeah.
I've heard of Dragonborn.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the city where they're slaves?
That would be Voninov, which I think is
Whoa.
on maps.
Phoning up. Every now and then I get a...
little bit.
Cool.
And I have a friend designing a magical item for me. I know, I know, it's a little fabulous, but
Is it?
well, magical items are not particularly common. I mean,
Oh.
and I'm splurging on myself, if you must know. But
I try to hide anything about my new cloak.
But it's taking an awfully long time. So if you four could run over there, and just
What's the item?
well, it's a ring.
What does it do?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. My worst stat. That's a nat 20.
Yay!
Well, I love to collect information. It is a little helpful in that regard. It gives me a chance
It gives
to...
you suggestion, doesn't it?
No, of course not. But
Uh-huh.
it gives me the ability to, kind of guess what people are thinking and happen to be right about it.
What does that sound like to you, Phineas?
Oh, probably detecting people's thoughts.
Well, I wouldn't say, but it doesn't exist yet, and it's not a common request. That sort of magic hasn't been created. Now that's why I went to Cirrhosis, of course.
Why don't you go to Cirrhosis or send a raven or something?
Well, I've got much.
We're
to
talking
do
about
here.
cirrhosis or new cirrhosis?
New
New
cirrhosis.
cirrhosis.
We've got much to do here, and I unfortunately have some travels coming up. I am due south in Vatil not too long from now, but I just want to prompt my companion, my researcher. His name is Jorma Hoke, and he's been taking an awfully long time, and he's I don't want him spending any more money on materials. I'm starting to suspect he may be fleecing me. And I don't think that's right. I've paid a reasonable price.
You want us to go find out if somebody that you asked to make a ring has absconded with said ring.
Yes. And if he happens to be there and it's not finished, if you could just
So we
make
have.
sure he finishes it.
So the thing is we already have a project that's in first position right now. So
Well, understandable. I mean,
Yeah.
it's timely, but not today. I understand.
how many days? Can it wait more than 2?
I suppose it can.
Great. I think we've got enough information. We'll come see you in a couple days just before we deal with this. Okay.
Do you have information for us?
Oh yeah. Who wants to ask her about the thing?
By what thing are you asking me
The
about?
grave wind.
Phineas, you are good with speaking.
Do you know anything about a grave wind? Have you heard anything about one before?
Well, I've
Well
been-
said.
Sorry, I was caught a little further.
I've been hearing stories from a certain city guard who's been... Once you manage to decipher what he's trying to tell you, he's been letting people know that there's a grave wind coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
That's it? That's all you have? I thought you would know more.
Well, I'm...
What can you tell us about the houses here and which ones are having problems?
Well, it's funny you should ask.
And I don't mean like so-and-so slept with so-and-so's sister. I mean like internal political disputes.
Oh, well, that's fun, too. Don't
Okay.
get me wrong. Well, obviously, you know that there's some dismay about the Baron and his bride-to-be.
Because she's an elf.
Because she's an elf.
Uh-huh. And what's your position on that?
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
Okay.
But I do love the gossip.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. I hope it all works out. I really do. I want those kids to make it work. but-
Uh-huh.
God, it's so delicious, though, right?
Yeah,
as long
sure.
as it's a marriage that maintains.
Great, but the political stuff.
Well, if you've heard, the Bay House lost a couple members out
Oh,
of this
no.
whole thing. Yes, someone
Uh-huh.
named Aldo Bay
Uh-huh.
absconded off with some buddies of his. I guess they were actually already outside the
So
city.
he's not really in the house anymore.
Well, he's a member. I mean, they're a family. He was adopted by them.
That's right.
Do you just give up on family just because they're insurgents? I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't know. Cause
It's a good question. It's one that's weighing on Bjorn Bay's mind pretty
Uh-huh.
heavily right now.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us a little more about Aldo Bay? Like, what created this schism in the family? Why is he absconded with these friends of his?
Aldo, my understanding, was a late joiner. Most members of the house, they join, when they're infants or very, very young. Usually they're sold off to the family as sort of a way for the parents to have money to feed the other kids, family disparities and such.
Why did he leave?
Well, first thing you have to know is that he joined when he was 11. That's awfully old. Not the kind of thing they usually allow, but apparently he was a big believer in the cause. But now the cause is over.
And so this was Bjorn's father who let him in? Are they roughly the same age, Aldo and
Well,
Bjorn?
he's a little younger than Bjorn, but my understanding is that it wouldn't have been father so much as just, Bjorn was the most highly ranked when the previous patriarch passed.
Wait,
so-
how old is Bjorn?
Bjorn's in his 50s.
Okay.
This
How
has
long-
an Anakin Skywalker stink to it.
I was thinking the same thing. How long has the war
Was there
been
a
happening?
14-year-old girl involved in this situation?
I
Was she
wouldn't
in
know.
perhaps be a princess?
How long has this war been happening? If he was into it when he was 11.
80 years or so,
Oh.
shortly after the collapse. The elves started gathering their forces. Now, it didn't start as strong as it is now, obviously. Wars don't happen like that quite so quickly, and Talim didn't quite have its borders this far. But that was I consider that when the war started. That's when the first shots were fired, as it were, to say, no, Matet's its own thing. Matet is staying its own thing. But the elves kept pushing the borders north, couldn't get through the Kurosi Desert because Matet kept knocking them back. And I think they really want to get to Granth. They really want to get to everything up there in the north as well, but can't get past Matet. Matet controls the roads.
Why would they want to get up north?
Well, they want the resources, and they want...
What resources?
It's an entire culture. It's an entire country up there. If you can annex it in...
Is
it's
it
a whole...
also elves?
No, it's human. It's human. They're in the midst of their own matters. The king died and said, the 3 of my sons, you're all the king now.
Oh no.
Oh, he was a fool. Daft, dumb fool.
I have
But
a
now they're all at war.
Sweet summer child.
I have a question for you.
Of course, Ivy, of course.
Why do you think the Baron was suddenly okay with having elves and suddenly willing to marry one?
That is a great question. My understanding is it has to do with a little town west of here called Narrowwalk. They got some sort of information about something going on there, someone not keeping to the rules, and they blackmailed the Baron. Basically told him, if you don't agree to a marriage, we'll let Mazra know what you've been up to.
Wait, what has he been up to?
Well, I guess he wasn't keeping the borders as secure as he ought. Some people were able to come and go from Mazra. Well, if Mazra finds out, they're going to go to war with Matet.
Wait, but why would the Baron not protect the borders? Does he just not believe that elves and humans should be separate, or?
Oh, trust me, it was purely incompetence. He didn't know any of this was going on, but now he's on the hook for it. Some soldiers, just a couple of guys, I assume, said, no, we'll let some people through. If they give us a little money, we'll turn our heads. And now that's put the Baron in a horrible position. I don't know if the soldiers even know that's what happened, but I found out.
And where did you hear this?
Oh, little birdie. There's some people that I've worked with.
Oh,
Anybody
you
in
can speak with
particular?
animals.
No, I'm sorry.
It's an expression, Ivy.
Oh, I thought we had something in common.
Well, we have
You
we have
sound very
much
disappointed.
in common, Ivy. But no, I have some friends who were able to report to me what was going on there. They were sending someone into Narrowwalk to learn a little more,
Oh.
but put the Baron in a tough position, and the elves twisted the knife, as it were.
Does
It's
any-
an expression, Ivy. It's an expression. He didn't actually get stabbed, but Sarji's mother. Oh, and by the way, Sarji's not happy with her. Sarji's mother said, "You know what? You've got to agree to this marriage, Mr. Huang."
So, do you think that Sarji's mother had to do with the blackmailing?
Who can say? Yes, I think he did. I think she did.
What do you think of the Baron's daughter?
I don't know the last, unfortunately. Not really. I mean, I met her a couple times when she was a child, but to be honest, she just had such a tough relationship with her father. You know, she was to be his heir, and then she went into the church, and they just their relationship never really recovered.
I want to roll insight on just making sure.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to roll insight on all this.
Go for
too.
it.
Oh, I don't think that's very good. It's 8.
21.
She seems honest, embellishing perhaps a little on some details, but
Okay.
she seems to believe what she's saying.
All right.
She seems very happy that you've now unlocked her true power.
Does anyone else have any questions before we go? Because we got to go.
One question. Is there somewhere in the, what district? Culture? What is this district called?
Well, right now you're in the noble quarter.
In the Noble Quarter, is there a place of choice magical materials?
I'm afraid that magical items are not really for sale in these sorts of parts. Now, as far as alchemic stuff, I believe the guards have some potions and things like that. They tend to keep their own stores, but we don't really produce any here, unfortunately. We're rather resource low. Now,
I see.
that's not to say... I've heard that some of the guards happen to slip themselves some mushrooms from the Gnome Kingdom, and it gives them some vitality. Now, I think they use this mostly recreationally, but also in battle, it gives them sort of a focus.
Can I see if I know what this is?
Yeah, make a medicine roll.
Bro, I'm about to go kill some people. Give me them shrooms.
That's the last time I want to do shit.
Yeah, right?
That's a 12?
You're not really sure. Yeah, it's certainly possible, but you don't know, you've seen different effects from mushrooms in the past. This is not something you've seen, but not out of the question.
Oh god, I gotta go kill someone. I'm gonna take a bunch of shrooms
To make him go
and then go
berserk?
murder.
Jeez.
Next, I'll do my taxes.
Oh, boy.
These are all activities that work perfectly well with doing shrooms.
Yeah, I gotta take a double dose because I'm about to go do my taxes.
I thought you were gonna murder somebody today. Yeah, I did a lot of shrooms. Couldn't quite make it.
Sorry, can't come in. I've been shrimming. Okay, great. Anyone else?
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, my only question.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to Bjorn.
Thank you,
I do-
Belinda.
I have one final question.
Mm-hmm, of course.
What are you telling people about what you saw us doing last night?
I told some people that the certain individual was actually a criminal, and the four of you brought him to justice.
And before then?
I don't know what you're talking about, darling. And she winks.
It's her wink noise.
That's a gross
Instead of
wink
ding.
noise.
Okay, great.
I drew to craft her a flower.
Thank you, darling. Anything for you. And believe me, people are going to start knocking on your door pretty soon for favors. But remember, I discovered you. I found you all first.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know this was a thing. All right, great. We'll keep that in mind as we get offers. We need to go. It's been lovely chatting with you, Lady
Oh,
Thorn.
anytime. And of course, if you have anything for me, let me know. I'll keep it between us, I promise.
Okay,
Of course. Of
Great.
course.
always. I think we need to
Well,
head to
see
the,
you later.
I think we need to head to the Bay House.
Can I insight that last bit?
You
if
don't
she-
need to.
No. I mean, if she's told anybody about the previous thing.
Oh, that part? Yeah, roll an insight check.
15.
You do not believe her.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Friday Night Quest. It's me, Mike Christensen, your host, and also your dungeon master, just popping in halfway through the episode to say, first of all, thanks for listening. We like you, and we like when you listen, and it makes us feel good in our good feeling spots. But we also have a new Patreon backer, so I especially want to give a shout out to that person. Thank you so much, Gypsy O'Neill, for joining us on the Patreon. As a reminder, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/Friday Night Quests. If you back us at any dollar amount, it's a huge help, but if you back at $2 a month, you gain the Bardic Inspiration ability, and that is when I read your name aloud on the show. But you don't have to stop there if you don't want to stop there, because we also have some special little bonus audio goodies, and that stuff goes to the people who donate at least $5 a month. That's called Detect Magic. And if you back at $10 a month, you get access to Suggestion, and then you get to put some words in the mouths of our players. In a couple episodes, you're going to hear another batch of suggestions come into play, so keep an ear out for those. We also have a Discord for Patreon backers, so if you are a part of the Patreon, but you haven't joined the Discord, come on and join us. It's a lot of fun. That's mostly all I've got, other than I've been, catching up on all the news from San Diego Comic-Con, and these Marvel movies sound really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just read more about those. But I'm going to let you get back to the episode. Something about they're going to save the city or something. I don't know. It's something. But our next episode is going to be with you on August 5th. Until next time, kick some ass, take some names. Talk to you later. Bye.
So as we go outside, and we're walking towards Bay House, I'm going to turn to the group and say, so let me get this straight. That is a job to go check on a ring she's having made for her?
Yeah.
Also, she's definitely told people about what was happening at the Moon's house.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Well, that's not
That's
surprising.
to be expected.
Blue Moon's house.
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, I thought we only had about 8 hours until
Yeah.
that was going to get out, but
Cool.
we had less.
Oh,
So that
great.
is very unimportant. Am
Yeah,
I
it is.
judging this correctly?
The only thing that is the only thing that trip was worth is just confirming what we already kind of knew about Bjorn Bay and Aldo Bay.
I see.
So, but there we go. At least we kind of know more now, sort of.
Yeah.
We need to go.
All right. So we head on over to Bjorn Bay's house.
Alrighty. Well, you go to the Bay House, and there's a lot of, men in orange uniforms.
I tell everyone, stand up straight, puff out your chest.
Puff out my chest. What?
I don't know how
Like,
to do that.
These are, soldiers. You gotta stand like them. They'll respect you.
I start breathing kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I guess like that. Okay.
It looks like a lot of the soldiers are moving around the quarter. They're in the Common Quarter right now, or the Culture Ward, I should say, because that's where they are. Common Ward Quarter is a different place. They're moving around the Culture Ward. They're putting sandbags down around buildings.
Oh.
Because of the Grave Wind.
Okay. Soldier. I just talked to a random soldier.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm looking for Sir Bjorn.
They direct you back to the Bay House, and he's there's sort of like an office area that is full of papers and maps of the city and maps of the desert and area around it, but they're kind of like scattered off to the corner as he's more looking at a city map and trying to like point out like what places they've actually weatherproofed, essentially.
Sir Bjorn.
Althea, yeah.
Yes. I hate to say it's a pleasure to see you, but it already looks like the information about the Gravewind has come your way.
Yes, we've heard the rumor. We're exercising precautions.
Oh, it's not a rumor. We're pretty confident it's happening.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, I misspoke, but yeah.
You-
Lord Sir Wilde has been all in my ear about that as well.
We have some other sensitive information we really need to speak to you about.
Yes, we would speak with you privately.
Clear the room, and immediately the soldiers just file out of the room, and
They fall out of the room.
they fall out.
I know. I start to leave.
No.
Diving out the glass windows.
Ivy, you can stay.
Oh, we stay.
This is for you too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And the door closes. How can I help you?
Well, Althea, do you want to tell him?
Nope. Do you want to tell him?
Sure, I'll tell him. So, your brother, adopted brother, Aldo Bay.
Yeah.
Well, we have information, very verified information from one of his men that he's planning to attack this city.
And he's got an evil weapon.
Yeah, like apparently a powerful weapon at his disposal. Not only that, he has a fire giant as well.
Yeah, also that.
And him and his forces are looking to make an attack during the time of the Gravewind.
Correct.
A fire giant.
Yes.
I thought all the fire giants were accounted for.
No.
They faked its death.
He's got this like war hammer that he found in the desert. It's bad. It's very bad.
Damn it.
And it's as if he knew a Gravewind was coming.
Correct.
Because he planned his attack around it.
Correct.
Which we think means he might have either knowledge of its path or abilities to defend against it. I don't know how to defend against a Gravewind, but he might.
Okay. All right. Well,
Do you know where he is now?
I don't.
Did you already know about this?
No.
Okay.
I knew he was out there. I've been hoping we could come to peace, but
I don't think that's likely, sir.
He and his followers seemed very angry.
yeah.
Yeah, they attacked us in someone else's house, just
Yes.
unprovoked.
Yes.
Phineas, make a history check with advantage.
Not great. I'm bad at history. 9 was my best one.
When Quattro mentioned knowing where Bay is now, something just tickled in the back of your mind. Like there's something that you learned. Because remember, you got a lot of info
Yeah.
that is like backed up on your hard drive now,
Mm-hmm.
but you're just not able to put into words. You're not able to really you're not able to bring to the forefront. You think you might know where Bay is, where Aldo is, where their camp is, but it's just not coming back to you.
Damn it. I got some information from one of his soldiers, and it's just not... it's just not
Do you remember
clicking.
the soldier?
Yeah,
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, you know the guy
what
that
did you
we
do
got
with the
into his-
paralyzed dude?
I think we just left him there
We
to be
just
handled.
left
So he's still
Oh,
at...
that's the guy you're referring to.
Well,
That's
yeah,
soldier.
Lord
Okay.
Moon was responsible for cleaning up.
Okay.
Yeah, because
It's
remember he
his
said he was
house.
gonna... I think I remember him
Yeah.
saying he's going to call some people over to take care of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He had a cleaner.
There was like a whole like switcheroo double.
Yeah, he's like, don't know, I got a guy.
He's like, yeah, there was like, we're here for resistance, and then there wasn't a resistance. And then the people who were, it turns out that they were like double agents for a different resistance, and there was a big fight.
There's a resistance in the city.
Yes.
Yes.
It seems like Aldo was behind it. We stopped it.
No, we didn't
no, we
stop
didn't.
it.
That's we're here because we did not stop
We
him.
tried to stop it.
All right.
We stopped like 1/15 of it.
We don't
stopped,
actually
like-
know how big it is.
We stopped like 3 guys.
Well, thank
We
you.
definitely didn't let any of them get away. That's the most important thing.
Great. Are there any remaining in the city?
Lord Moon has information about that.
Correct.
So Lord Moon has information about the resistance, about all those people?
I don't think he does. Because
He
seemed
seemed pretty surprised.
Correct.
I think he was being lied to.
Yes.
Taken advantage of by Aldo.
He's not the first to do that. I mean, he's not the first to be taken advantage of by...
I don't even think it was taken advantage of. I think it was a complete, like, turncoat type situation. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, coats
Then
were
that's
completely turned
completely.
inside out.
Yeah.
Well, I think Lord Moon was just trying to be a good person, and then these people were taking advantage of that.
I think Lord Moon is not an issue
It
at
is
all.
not-
If anything,
he's-
Lord Moon is an ally, and I think he'll
Yeah.
have a soldier he's taken that soldier into custody, and you can get some information out of him for sure.
Correct.
Okay, I'll send someone to
Yeah.
obtain that asset.
But Lord Moon's a good dude. Just, we trust him,
All right.
right?
And attractive.
It's unfortunate that he's not into Quatra, but
Do you want me to put in a good word?
I
or-
would,
Oh, yes, please
I
do.
would love that.
Oh, you said yes. All
well,
right.
just make sure to, like, do you have, like, any, like, poems you've written him or, like, love letters that you could just give to pass along?
I have musings on the wind.
How does he make
Can you send
feel?
him some musings on the wind?
I don't have them written down. You would have to memorize them.
Okay, tell us. Go.
Is that your autobiography?
I'm ready.
Musings on the Wind.
Yes.
Are you taking notes? Please write this down. He's about to begin.
Oh, don't write it down. It's not meant to be written down. It's meant to be memorized.
Okay.
All right.
Pay attention.
3 hours later.
Listen,
3 hours later, you're probably like playing a song like along with him.
Okay, I'm gonna get the chords just right.
I think we don't have time.
changes and try to keep up.
As much as I'm attracted to him, I don't think we have the time for this.
okay, I appreciate that. I don't know what else to do. I mean, they're making an attack.
Oh, fuck it. Here's one.
That's right. Now you gotta do it.
Don't be shy.
Air, the musical wind. The more you feel it, the more you've sinned. Because the wind sees your inner things. That's the end. Thank you.
The more you sin.
What? Oh my god!
It's hard to understand.
I understood.
Good.
There's subtext.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I just wanted to thank you for playing Dungeons and Dragons with us.
Oh my god.
So tell him that, and let's see what he does.
All right, I'm definitely going to send a soldier to go pick up the rebellion member you said.
But he didn't hear the message.
You'll need to hear that first.
Yeah, if you could repeat it back to us, we need to make sure that you've memorized
the soldier
it.
you're sending needs to repeat it back. Call over a soldier and have him memorize
Well, he's got to
it.
tell the soldier, so I mean, you've got to
I
at least.
can't
His
just have
telephone?
Quatra tell him.
No, we already tried that.
You said you'd put in a good word.
I think Quattro once told me these type of
This is
wind
actually-
musings only grow stronger when they go through people,
Yes.
like the wind. It's like it gets stronger as it passes its way down.
You know,
Oh,
I think
that's
this
so
is the
poetic.
only thing that we're going to ever bond over is just helping Quatra get lead with Lord Moon.
Yes, I do enjoy this.
All right. He opens the door and calls someone in. Soldier. So there's two things. One, you need to go. He looks at all of you.
I nod. Go ahead.
One, you need to go to Lord Moon's house. He has a prisoner or someone he's keeping.
Yes, he's going to look like a soldier, but he's not.
Well,
He's a duplicitous fool.
he's one of us. Bring him back. He'll be punished. We'll learn what he knows. Two, tell Lord Moon. No, put the paper down.
Thank you.
You have tell Lord Moon that Quatra told him.
Is it
Air,
the musical wind.
the musical wind.
The more you feel
The more you feel it, the more you've sinned, because it sees what you do and it sees inside of you.
That's right. Oh, close enough.
All right.
And then put in a good word for Quatra.
Say that's from me, and
That's
it's amusing.
Don't
That's-
say it's from me. Say it's from Quatra.
It's
Yes.
from. See, that's.
Don't say it's from
and
you.
then-
Say it's from Quatra.
Yeah, but then also say that Quatra is such a lovely person and so handsome, and that any person would be lucky to be with him.
I think you can write this part down.
Yes, this
Yeah.
part you can write down.
Yeah, say like that. Like if you had a choice, you would mate with him.
Yes,
Please say that about yourself, not me.
yes.
Yes.
And then do a backflip at the end of it.
Yes.
It's a singing telegram.
Oh, and if you have the capability, make a flower.
Yes.
And jerk it off.
You can go now. And he sends the soldier out.
Guys, I think we're killing our credibility with this guy.
That's fine. That was just a quick aside. Thank you for indulging us.
Aldo has a weapon. You said.
He does.
It is a warhammer that he found in the desert. It does not. He didn't make it. He found it. It doesn't belong to him.
Are there ruins out in the desert?
Yeah, there sure
There
are.
ruins below the desert.
From what I can tell, it's magic and possibly evil.
We think it's evil.
I mean, it's probably relative.
But have you heard of a hammer from this area before it is what it is now, having blue runes in it?
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
Your brother never talked about anything like that?
No, none of my men have ever discussed that.
Okay.
Well, we'll What time do you know when they're striking?
They just said during the grave one.
I do, and it was the morning. It was the dawn.
Yeah, dawn.
Oh, I was wrong.
All right. We'll fortify the city. We'll get people off the streets for the grave wound anyway, so we need to figure out what to do about this, though.
Well, I'm worried because you can't properly defend against Aldo and his men because of the grave wind.
Yes.
You'll have to be inside, which means if they can move freely through the grave wind, then essentially we're all trapping ourselves in a box somewhere.
Right.
And then he'll have full run of the whole city.
Which worries me.
Two options are, as I see it, and let me know what you guys think. One, we put everybody, evacuate the city from their homes, put everybody in one location, elves and humans alike, and defend it. Two, we go to him today.
I am for option number 2.
I don't see them as mutually exclusive.
Why don't we can keep everyone underground with the gnomes?
I think that's a good idea. We'll start evacuating people down there, but it's going to take time, and I can't guarantee we'll have everyone off the streets.
Well,
Or at
that's
least out of
part
their
of war.
houses. But if you can cut this off at the head, it would go a long way.
so we got to go to Aldo. We got to go today.
We gotta go.
Do you have any best guess where Aldo would be camped outside of the city?
Well, and he pulls a map of the desert and he looks down at it. There's a few towers that we use as watch posts. They're just what remains of the city still poking out of the desert. And Phineas, as you're looking at this map,
That's what I was going to say. Like, does anything start to jog?
make
my
another
memory?
history check with advantage.
Man, maybe I'll roll better this time.
The map graphic plays.
11. I'm getting slightly more information each time I roll.
11.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that place.
It wasn't grass. It was a desert I saw.
The thing with the guy in the place. And I'll never forget it.
I've never been to Belize.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got
Oh,
that.
it's a good movie.
It is the best. That whole thing. That's the best line. It's the best scene. It's
Once you get out of the casino, you're still in the middle of the fucking desert.
I don't know what that's from.
Ocean's 11, and
Oh.
they're
It's the
talking
scene
to
where
the
they meet
guy.
Elliot Gould.
Yeah, and then he's
Oh.
like, he basically tells them to fuck off, and it's like you're crazy guys, and he's
Yeah.
like, look, and I owe you for that thing the thing with the guy in the place, and I'll never forget it.
Brad Pitt goes, I'd never been to Belize.
Yeah, they were like, no worries, like.
Okay. You're looking at the towers, and you think that they would need to be close. And you're remembering that it's a tower that one half of it was sheared off.
Is there any of the towers in these structures here that were partially destroyed? Half of them were gone.
He looks at the map and he points to one. Umbra Tower.
Umbra Tower?
Yeah.
Can I roll one last time when I hear the name Umbra Tower?
Yeah, I mean, it resonates for you.
Okay, so does that just connect all the dots?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank God. Please don't let me roll anymore for this horrible history check I've
No,
had.
he's pointing at a map. You know that it is about... I mean, as far as the distance-wise, it's about a 6-hour walk through the desert.
Shit.
Do you have transportation that we could borrow to get there?
Well, there's two options as far as desert travel. You could either bring a fire giant with you,
No.
or we can happen to see if one of the sand pirates is docked.
Sand pirates?
There are pirates who travel across the sands
Coke.
using elemental air to cross the sandy seas.
I'm speaking as Hillary. I'm gonna need to see these sand pirates immediately. If we do not go with the sand pirate option, I quit.
What if they kidnapped Appa?
Sand pirates, we're into the sand.
That's about it.
Nothing else about us.
Song over.
You know, pirates, we're on the sand. That's it. So we're taking Fire Giant? Is it?
No.
Well, I don't happen to know if we have any sand pirates docked with the city right
Well,
now.
they better be fucking there.
We have a tenuous relationship with them at best.
I don't know. I feel like the DM thinks there's one there.
You're welcome to...
The Dockmaster. The Dockmaster.
Yes.
You're welcome to check.
Let's check.
All right, well...
We have to get
What
moving
do we
anyway.
roll to check?
Well, you have to go down and...
Before we leave,
out.
I'm going to make a quick swing by the common quarter and see if we can pick up any supplies in case we get lost in the desert.
Good call.
Sand
A compass.
piracy goes wrong. A compass for sure. A periscope for sure. A parrot for sure. Let's do this.
Pirate hats.
You'll need to go down to the common quarter anyway.
I love how we assume the pirates won't have this.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I want my own.
I lean down to Phineas. Phineas, what's a pirate?
Ooh.
Don't tell her to.
I'm going to
ask
tell
me.
you on the way to the common
Okay.
quarter, and I want you to decide what I've told you by the time we get there and what you remember.
If there's anything else you need, we can outfit you a little bit, but I think a small force would
Do you-
be beneficial.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
you have? Oh, go on.
I think some soldiers, some backup, some Marines. Your best.
best Marines.
strike team. Your best strike team.
One with long hair that only fights with a tiny sword. One with an eye patch that uses a long-range crossbow.
yes. One missing their hand.
That doesn't sound like someone who
One would be
that advantageous.
one without legs and or feet.
One just called Two-Eyed Jimmy.
He's the best crawling strike force we've got. He's relentless.
They call him the snake.
They call me the
He
snake.
slithers into combat.
Snake!
Um,
Otacon.
you'll need to make a persuasion check. He wants to keep his people here to defend against Aldo.
Yeah, I mean, not like everyone.
I understand, but it's
It's like a small strike team.
persuasion check. Phineas, if you're making the roll, you have advantage because
Oh,
you have
you should
help
do
from
that.
everyone.
Because
Metal
I'm
Gear.
got -1.
Oop, 5 is not great. Oh, that's a 19.
19 total.
Roll for logical thinking.
He's thinking, I could send 2 people with you.
Great.
I'm afraid I can't spare more than that.
We'll take Valeria.
Can we get the guy who can't talk?
Oh my god, yes, can we take
Can we get the
Valeria?
guy who goes like?
No,
No, he's
let's
too
not take
old.
him.
No,
Neither,
no.
neither of Valeria nor whoever you're
They
describing.
don't work for the Bay House.
Oh,
They're
they
not.
don't.
They're Dunhouse.
Oh, well, forget that. Give us your 2 best looking, best fighters.
What was that?
Best looking.
Nothing.
Best looking.
Yeah, I'll give you the ones who have the best eyesight.
Got him.
Nice.
He steps outside. He says, "Soldiers, gather," and they fall in. They gather around him. These 4 are going on a mission into the desert. Aldo Bay is coming at us with everything he's got. But if they can cut off the head and end it before it reaches us, we can protect the people.
Oh, we should have told him not to trust everybody.
I want 2 soldiers to step forward. Who will accompany these 4 on this mission? And
It could be people that could turn on us.
That's what I'm thinking.
2 individuals step forward. One is a man probably in his mid-20s, very tan skin, short cropped hair, very well built, sort of a handsome face, and says, "I will accompany them. I'll happily join them on this mission."
Not handsome
Insight.
enough.
Insight. Can I insight?
Sure, make an insight roll.
I'm gonna insight that too. Oh, natural 1. I think he's the greatest.
15.
Okay. Seems earnest. Seems like an earnest good boy.
His name is
Good
Ernest.
boy.
Okay. And the
Hi,
next
I'm
guy?
Ernest Goodboy.
What is his name?
My father was Jim Goodboy.
Mr. Goodboy was my father. Call me
His name is Clarence.
Okay.
Clarence.
Clarence Goodboy? Okay.
Clarence Bay.
Good boy.
They're all Bay here.
They're all Bay.
We all be Bay.
And then there is a woman, probably in her late 40s, who's about like 6'8". She at first glance,
Brienne of Tarth.
Brienne of Tarth.
and she is like jacked as well. And she says, "I'll fight for them."
I like her
Insight?
style.
Yeah, make an insight
also
roll.
Insight.
You sense great evil coming.
16.
8.
She seems earnest as well.
Her name is Clarence also.
Brienne of Tarth. Brienne of Tarth.
Her name is Claire.
She's going to kill us.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Brienne
give
of
you her name.
Tarth would never.
Is her name Brienne of Tarth?
It sounds like it, isn't it? We'll call her Bree.
Oh. Don't do this, Mike, because what if she's evil?
Yeah, what if? Weird.
Bree of Bay.
Bree
Free
Bay.
Bay.
Her name is Bree Bay. Well, I already said it, so it's canon.
Bree Bay.
Great. No, I love it.
Baby.
So, you stand here with Clarence Bay and Bree Bay standing before you, offering their services, and Bjorn turns to you and says, "Good luck, and if there's anything else we can do, let me know."
Thank you. And I give a little half bow.
Are we alone with the two of them?
I mean, there's
You can be, yeah.
Now we kill them.
I look at them.
Actually, I will,
did
before
you
we
think
all
you were gonna
leave,
do?
I will look at Bjorn Bay and say, it may be possible for us that we have to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Is that acceptable?
If there's any alternative.
Of course.
I ask you exercise it first, but if he leaves you no choice, you need to protect the city.
Do you want the body?
Yes.
We'll do our best.
Indeed.
Yes.
And I punch a lamp. That's how I'm going to fight. That's how
He
I'm going
just
to
put
fight
his
him.
hands out like he was about
Now,
to.
how many lamps does this guy typically
Fisticuffs.
have around in an area?
He looks at just the lamps on the wall behind him. Anyway, that's enough. You can go now. Thanks for listening to Friday Night Quests. Your heroes will return in 2 weeks. Ivy is played by Amanda Joy Condon. You can follow her on Twitter at Amanda Joy. That's spelled Joy. Althea is played by Hilary Levi. You can follow her on Twitter at Hilary Levi. Phineas is played by Jay Jones. You can follow him on Twitter at JAwesomeJones and on his other podcasts Roll the Seas and Wrath and Story. Quatra is played by Jeremy Fox. You can follow him on Twitter at JLeeFox. I'm Mike Christensen, and I'm on Twitter at SuperGeekMike. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. He writes fantastic tracks for your D&D games, among other things, so follow him on SoundCloud for more great musical content. This episode included music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. This episode also included ambient sound from TabletopAudio.com. Are you interested in bonus episodes of Friday Night Quests, the kind you won't hear anywhere else? How about exclusive access to our Dungeon Master notes? You can find that and more by supporting our show at patreon.com/Friday Night Quests. We also have an online store. If you visit the merch link on our website, you can go to our Redbubble shop and get t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, phone cases, and so much more. If you like our show, we recommend you check out Wrath and Story, a hilarious RPG show set in the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k. Jay Jones and Andrew Dickinger, along with their Servo Skull Daniel Fernandez, bounce from one crazy adventure to the next, hoping for fortune, glory, and decent dice rolls. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and until next time, play fair and have fun. What's the